broadcast. The Bahamas again finding itself in some unwanted company as it is included on the U.S. president's determination on major drug transit or major illicit drug producing countries list for this fiscal year. Corval Pyfrom explains why and what local officials are saying about it. Corval?
Makushla, the list names the Bahamas along with other Caribbean countries like Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic among major drug transit or major illicit drug producing countries. Now, the White House is clarifying that inclusion on this list is not necessarily a judgment on a nation's government's enforcement efforts or cooperation with the U.S. in its fight against drug trafficking. Now, this is not the first time the Bahamas is making this list. And for his part, Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, appeared indifferent on the issue when he spoke with our news team this morning.
Well, the United States is one of the major drug-consuming nations. That's all I have to say about that.
Just last week, President Trump's nominee for ambassador to the Bahamas, Herschel Walker, during hearings before the Senate's Foreign Relations Committee, asserted that the absence of a U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas has made the country more vulnerable to drug and human trafficking, vowing at the time to forge closer ties with law enforcement agencies, both in the U.S. and here.
And I feel that that's a most important thing, is to make all the law enforcement feel that they're important. I think they've gotten so much negative that now I love to make them know that they're important. They're the reason why. And I can build a championship team if we're all working together. And I can commit to that I can get them to know how important that they will be in the Bahamas and getting things done.
Meanwhile, National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, has repeatedly pushed back against any linking of the Bahamas to drug trafficking, blaming the rise in the transport of drugs on Colombia.
The reality that's driving the uptick in cocaine trafficking is that the government of Colombia, who used to destroy coca fields, took a policy decision to stop doing that. And so cocaine production has gone up in South America, so therefore the amount of it flowing north would increase. That's a problem not only for us, that's a problem for everyone.
It is worth noting that this announcement of this list comes as President Trump is ramping up his fight on drug trafficking, just recently ordering 2 military strikes on vessels near Venezuela believed to be transporting drugs. The Venezuelan government, though, has refuted claims, calling the U.S.'s actions, which killed more than a dozen people, acts of aggression. Makushla?